Dubcnn right here with Furious. You got your new EP coming out on Tuesday, August 9th, called Movie Life. Before we talk about that, let's go back in time for those who are not familiar with you yet. Who's Furious, and where are you from? What do you represent?
Furious from the Bay Area. Represent hip-hop music to the fullest, man. I dropped my first project in 1993, followed with 4 more projects after that. My most recent album, actually, Breaking Point, was a big challenge for me and a big accomplishment for me as well. The first single off that album is what kind of changed my view on music and having a great time again with it, which was Take You Down, featuring my man E40 and Rick Rock, and Stres from the Federation. So really that was the changing point in my life where I realized that this is supposed to be about fun, and it brought me back to that again.
Okay.
And now the newest project, which is the Movie Life EP. We just did the video for the actual lead single, Movie Life, and then I got the newest single coming out with my man Valentine. That's coming out real soon.
Okay, now you have also had the chance to tour with a couple of notable artists. Tell us about that.
I mean, I actually, I've been I'm blessed with the opportunity to open up for a lot of the people that came this way, and I got to jump on the tour, the West Coast tour with Pitbull, which was the experience of a lifetime, and put me on a different page and a different focus to try to tackle this year. So it was the most fun I've had in a long time. I'll tell you that.
What happens on the tour with Pitbull?
I'll tell you that's a hard-working man. I tell you, much love and respect to Pitbull. I tell you, I learned just watching him. That's a hard-working man. So I like to follow in those footsteps. So
okay. Now you're from the Bay Area, and a lot of times Bay Area artists are quick to be categorized or put in a certain box. And when I listen to your EP, I realize it's kind of hard to do that because your music sounds universal. What sound do you go for when you go in? Do you try to cater to a certain audience, or what's your, what's the way that you approach your music?
I know we've, there is that stamp, but I never really looked at that as a situation. I mean, to me, there's so much good music out of here. There's so much diversity in the music that, I love what's coming out here, especially right now. I think with me, I'm really into the feeling music. I mean, I like to have a good time with the music, but like one of my main things that I'm like caught up on is like just the feeling music that just grabs you by the heart, and that's one thing that I really work on most. I don't really have I'm an old school guy at heart, so I just do what I feel in there. I might just go in there and rock on something with a little bit of rock music in it, something that I haven't touched on. To me, it's about challenging yourself and trying something new every day. So I never really put a finger on the sound when I go into the studio. I just go in there with the mind state of I'm just going to try to make the best possible song I can, and then what feeling comes out of it, I always duplicate that on another song, and then I pick the best out of the two.
Okay. Now you just dropped the video to the title track off the EP, Movie Life. Tell us about the video and the concept behind it for those who watch it.
It's pretty much what everybody knows. I mean, granted, we all want to be in a situation where we live this good life off of making a living off of music, which is like the ultimate goal. I mean, so I kind of took that and imagine myself in that situation where I was living how I really want to be living in that way. Not to say that women, cars, and money is my focus. It's just that's what everybody was expecting to see. But I played an alter ego character, which was really supposed to be me. And I took that and I kind of balanced the situation between the two characters, kind of imagining myself out of that character and living this big movie life. So but truthfully, everybody has a little bit of that character inside of them, and that's what I was kind of trying to touch on. No matter how much, you know, you're around this fancy lifestyle and stuff like that, everybody still got a you know, that character in the video.
Okay, so this EP is going to be leading up to your official album coming out later. Tell us about that, the name of it.
The album, the name is Every Day Counts. I've actually, you know, it's pretty much ready to go. I'm working on, you know, 2 of the main songs that I plan to push on that album. So really, I just want to, my goal is to put out as much music as possible now. I was kind of one of those guys that you know, took a lot of time on an album, which I still do, but this time I'm taking less time, just putting more work and hours into the studio so that I can release more music for the people. So the album is pretty much ready to go, but you know, I want to put out some more music and you know, get a feel for what I'm doing next, and then I'm going to drop the album. But it should be coming, you know, I'm looking towards the top of the year.
Okay. Yeah. Which artists would you want to be compared to, or if somebody compared to, which artist would you feel flattered if you were compared to them?
You know what? I couldn't. There's so many good artists out there, man. You put me in a tough spot.
Just gotta give me a couple.
You know,
people whose songs you hear like, man, I wish I made that song.
Well, you know, a couple that I mean, you know, one of the you know, persons I really respect. You know, there's so many people. I mean, I'm open-minded. I love listening to everybody's music. I never, to me, that's the feeling I get. Their songs take me someplace else. As far as 40 goes here in the Bay too, you know, just soaking in some game from him and listening to what, you know, he had to say. You know, that's one person that I really look up to. Like, you know, that took a situation and built it from the ground up, and you know, I'm hoping to experience some of that myself. And on the other side of the map too, one of my favorites as far as like musical talent that I think that reached, you know, these crazy heights is Nas, for sure. You know, I've always been into that since, you know, the early '90s, and I listen to stuff like that and I'm just blown away, man.
Okay.
So, those 2 artists for you, right?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. So, you know, you got the EP dropping August 9th, and the album coming out after that. Is there anything else that you want to let everybody know before we get out of here?
You know, just you know, keep hip hop moving, and I hope to give you guys a lot of good music that you can feel, and I'm gonna put out a lot of music for this year, so look out for your boy.
Damn, it's feeling like a movie, yeah.